Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode here on Eat Sleep Brief. This week I'll be showing you guys how to turn a simple cup like this into your very own 4-inch filter cup. So believe it or not, I stumbled across this idea completely by accident. I obviously have a tank that uses 4-inch socks, and I had told the vendor I didn't want the socks because I wasn't going to use them. So one day I was like, you know what, I kind of do need the socks, and I had just this crazy idea to say, why don't you use one of the disposable cups you have? So sure enough, I went to grab it. I was like, it's probably not going to fit. I throw it in the tank, and believe it or not, guys, it fit perfectly. Now this is only going to work for you people that do have 4-inch socks or any setup that accepts 4-inch cups even. So this is pretty much a way to save a little bit of money, get some good mechanical filtration going, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So very simple and straightforward, guys. You are going to have to grab some sort of razor blade, some sort of sharp object, a hobby knife, and make cuts alongside the cup. Now it's going to take a few cuts depending on your flow. You may have more flow than I do, you may have less. If you have less flow, you may get away with less cuts than I have. If you have more flow, you may have to do this many, if not maybe a little bit bigger, or just more cuts. This is going to make sure you don't get any back pressure, and even some cuts on the bottom like you see here. Now you don't want to do the cuts too big. Obviously, if you do them too big, either filter floss or whatever type filter pads you're running in the cup, obviously they're going to go straight through, and they're not going to be able to pretty much be held at all. So personally, I love using filter floss. For you guys that aren't aware, it's found at Michael's, found at a lot of craft stores. Now, the brand I use is the brand you see here. It is a Polyfill. Now, guys, I go with a pretty big bag. This bag here has lasted me since I had the JBJ. One very important factor is, guys, you want to make sure it's 100% polyester fiber. A lot of these have additives, so you don't get bed bugs, so you don't get weird smells in the pillow. It's a excuse me, it's a pillow filter or a pillow filler. So sometimes they have additives. Make sure it doesn't have additives, and it makes for a very great filtration. You can see here, you can kind of turn it into a ball, throw it in the cup, and it's essentially a lot more inexpensive and easier to do maintenance than the standard cups we are used to. So it's very straightforward, guys. Obviously, installing the cup, there's no real crazy thing you need to do. Obviously, get your cup, line it up wherever it's going to go. Again, if you do need to make more cuts, be sure to do them. You can remove it, make more cuts if it's constraining your flow too much, but it's very drop-in, as you can see here. Now, this tank is made to accept 4-inch socks, and you can see there's really no issue. One thing I like about the cup, if you, for any reason, want to run activated carbon or a GFO inside it, you can. Obviously, I'm running a little bit too much. It's going to be very difficult to get this whole baggie in there. But if you are using smaller bags like Chemi-Pure or just a smaller amount of carbon and GFO, you can obviously throw that in right away. That's going to force the water to run through not only the carbon but the GFO, and then you can have your filter floss on top. Now, getting the filter floss, again, very straightforward, guys. Grab a little ball of it, whatever size is good. Now, you don't want to go too big on the filter floss, guys. Not too big, too much of it. If you're using a filter pad, the ones you cut out, that'll work great. But you don't want to do too much. I just simply put in my floss like this, let it sit, and as it gets clogged up, what's going to happen, it's going to be obviously naturally be pushed down. Now you're going to know you need to replace it as soon as it starts draining. In my specific sump, it starts draining over that baffle. That tells me it needs to be replaced. So depending on your setup, I think on mine they last about 3 to 4 days. I figured it saved me some money, more importantly saved me some time. So that's going to be it, guys, for this video. It was very simple, very straightforward, nothing crazy. I just thought it was a great way for you guys that have filter socks, if you want to change them out, do the cups. I know some of you may be aware of this plastic or color leaching out. I'm personally not worried about it. If you are worried about it, what I would suggest is change them out every 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, they are disposable cups. Obviously, if you can go with white ones, if it bugs you. Then what was cool is this one actually matched my whole sump section with red and white. Believe it or not, I didn't even plan for it. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comment box below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Happy reefing.